a guy by the name of Noah, who usually comments on my pickup videos on YouTube, he made a great observation the other day when it came to being sexually forward and direct with chicks. So I figured to knock up a quick video about it on how to be sexually direct with a girl and get away with it through inbox, messenger, DM, direct message on social media, and so forth. So this is an online game in essence. So here it is. Let's check out a quick screenshot of this happening. Alright, so with this girl here, I had inboxed her, and yeah, this is on Facebook. So I basically told her, been wanting to catch up with you, but I'm a bit intimidated. Now the reason I do that is, if you go back to a recent video of mine where I talked about revealing insecurities about yourself as a guy and to a woman, it'll actually humanize you and it'll make you connect better with women. So sure, you want to be alpha, but you want to also be mindful of the fact that you can be too alpha, too high value, and that would actually intimidate girls. So when you humanize yourself by telling a girl that you have certain fears or you're nervous about meeting her or whatnot, it'll actually humanize you and make the girl more comfortable. So this is why I tell the girl here, been wanting to catch up with you, but I'm a bit intimidated. And mind you, this is the first inbox message I ever sent this girl. Now here's the deal. Preferably, before inboxing a girl or DMing her on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, before you actually do that, you want to have registered on a radar prior to that by commenting on a status of two of hers or a picture of hers or whatnot. So you want to get on a girl's radar before you actually send her an inbox message. Now, you don't have to do this, and I don't do this all the time. I may actually do it probably 40% of the times. But it'll maximize your chances to actually have this sort of connection, or not even a connection, but to at least have a working conversation through comments on a girl's post or whatnot before actually inboxing her. So anyway, so that's the backstory here. So I told the girl, I've been wanting to catch up with you, but I'm a bit intimidated. She laughs, and it's all good. I mean, this is just what it is. So she says, how come? And here's where I go and get pretty sexual. Because I want to fuck you real bad, but I know if that happens, I will get my heart broken because you are a player. Now, I'm gonna break that down in just a bit. So here's where the girl says, really? Would you say, really? Why would you say that I'm a player? Or, really? Why would you say that? I'm not a player. And I laugh about it. Now, here's the deal, guys. What did she object to? What did the girl object to there? Did she object to the fact that I said I want to fuck her real bad? Or did she object to the part where I said that she's a player and she may break my heart? Well, she didn't object to me wanting to fuck her. She objected to the fact that I said she's a player. So essentially, what this says is, it gives me a green light. Or it sends an indication, it subcommunicates to me that the girl is DTF and she's open to the possibility of me sleeping with her. She never objected to that fact of my comment. She objected to the fact that I said she's a heartbreaking player. So she's not really concerned with me wanting to fuck her. That is a given. She's down for that. But she doesn't want to be misconstrued as a player. So that is why she never objected to the fact that I wanted to fuck her, but she objected to the fact that I said she's a player. Now that is what you call going beneath the radar and getting into the girl's subconscious. Now, this little tactic that I did there by getting sexual with the girl without causing any rejections and so forth, that little tactic, psychological tactic that I just did, it is very powerful, because later on the girl will have actually, and this is NLP in essence. This is neuro linguistic programming, as some guys study and pick up. Days later, the girl may say to herself, or she may feel to herself, that she wants to sleep with me, not realizing that I had suggested this. I gave her this that impression. I gave her that idea of sleeping with me. But consciously, she's not aware of that. She would literally think that she's the one who concocted this idea of having sex with me, not realizing that the fact that I told her I want to have sex with her, but it went beneath the radar and targeted her subconscious mind. She doesn't realize that I'm leading her thoughts here. So this is why this is a very powerful technique. So when you make a sexual statement to a girl, you want to make it in the context of a double message, or a so-called double negative, I would say. So here it is, what I mean by that. I make two bold statements within one comment or one message. Two bold statements. One, I told her I want to fuck you real bad. That is one bold statement. Secondly, I told her I would get my heart broken because you're a player. That's a second bold statement. Whenever you add two bold statements like that, and essentially with the one that you don't quite care for at the end, at the tail end of the comment, the girl's mind, or her conscious mind for that matter, will focus on the last statement that you said. And this is humans, this is just humans for that matter. You focus on it, you put more stock into the last thing that you heard or the last thing that was said. So this is why I put that at the end. Had I said to her, you're a player and you would break my heart, but I want to fuck the shit out of you real bad. The fact that I said I want to fuck you real bad at the tail end of the comment, her brain only registers that consciously because it's the last thing that was said. So, but because I scripted this real perfectly by placing the I want to fuck you real bad at the start and add another bold statement at the end, she being a player, she's now forced to focus on the fact that I said she's a player. While at the same time, the fact that I said I wanted to fuck her, it seeps beneath the surface, goes into her subconscious, and days later she would actually have these thoughts of having, perhaps not having sex with me, but she would have these little thoughts and ideas of, you know, well, this guy is actually, I would actually sleep with this guy. Now, I've tested this with women before. I've literally done this and tested it, where after having sex with a girl in a situation like this, I would test her on this by asking her, I mean, what was your idea, or what was your thought about us having sex before it ever went down? Like, and she would totally not really get that it was my idea at the start, that I suggested this in this sort of way. So she, you know, she would be so unbiased about it and not realize that I was the one that led this. So guys, it's a very powerful technique. This is very complex stuff. Very advanced seduction tactics. It's sort of NLP. So, yeah, this is one way in which you can get sexual with a girl online without having to pay a price of the girl rejecting you or feeling offended. Now, this is not the only way. And that is the thing that you need to also notice or realize. I use about 5 different methods and scripts, my personal methods, when it comes to getting sexual with girls and so forth. There isn't just one way that I do this. I have various, I usually use about 5 different methods of getting sexual. But this is just one of them. And as you become calibrated over time, you get comfortable with doing this sort of routine, you'll be able to connect more and hook more sets, more girls. And yeah, but for starters, you're going to fail. You're not going to really connect. And this is what I want you to realize. You will lose girls for starters, alright? But over time, you'll get comfortable. But with all that being said, please go out and fucking field test this shit, guys. Go online, hit up girls, and field test it. You know, use 2 bold statements that I did right here in one fucking comment, in one message. Tell the girl you want to fuck her, you want to sleep with her, however you want to phrase it. Tell her that, but then add another bold statement at the end. Tell her she's a player, or, but I don't want to get my heart broken by a player. Whatever. Just think of two things, that 2 bold statements that you can lump into one sentence, with the one you care the least about at the end, so the girl consciously focus on that one while ignoring the more important message about you wanting to sleep with her. While she ignores it consciously, but subconsciously, it dwells on her mind, and it makes your path towards sex easier with the girl. And that is the key here. If she thinks that she's the one who generated this idea of sleeping with you, it'll make it easier for her to actually sleep with you. Alright? So, hope you guys got that, and yeah, later.